I've always been a fan of Jake because I think that what Jake tries to do for the sport of boxing, I think people don't realize the importance of him.
All right, this is wild. Julio César Chávez Jr., just after fighting Jake Paul 3 days ago, has been arrested by ICE.
You do have one ¿No tienes algo en sus zapatos?
No.
¿Pocillos?
Nada.
¿No tienes nada?
Mi celular aquí en la bolsa de atrás.
Aquí es eso.
No tienes nada contigo, ¿verdad?
Mexican boxer Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. is making headlines for all the wrong reasons. Just days after his high-profile fight with Jake Paul, Chavez Jr. was detained by U.S. immigration authorities following an investigation into alleged ties with the Sinaloa Cartel, one of Mexico's most notorious criminal organizations.
Chavez Jr. is currently wanted and has an active arrest warrant back in Mexico for being involved in organized crime and trafficking firearms, as well as suspicion for being affiliated with a Mexican cartel group.
According to the Department of Homeland Security, the fighter is now in the process of being deported, as officials dig deeper into a series of past legal issues and suspicious connections spanning both the US and Mexico.
Due to the fact that his wife is widely believed to be involved with a cartel group due to her previous relationship with the son of a cartel leader known as El Chapo.
Officials say the boxer had overstayed his visa and allegedly made false claims while applying for permanent residency earlier this year.
No le informan a mi abogado lo de cuando ya tengo una orden.
Te vamos a llamar, vamos a dar llamada.
Sí, pero
The situation gets even more complicated. US authorities say that Chavez Jr. has a pending arrest warrant in Mexico and is being investigated for suspected involvement in activities linked to organized crime. While no official charges have been filed in the US, these allegations have raised serious red flags, especially due to his past legal troubles back home.
We will find you and you will face consequences. The days of unchecked cartel violence are over. Wow. And I believe he actually entered into the US illegally last year.
Back in August 2023, Chavez Jr. entered the US on a tourist visa, which expired in February 2024. In April, he applied for lawful permanent residency, reportedly through his marriage to a US citizen. However, that relationship drew additional scrutiny due to alleged past connections between his spouse and individuals associated with criminal networks in Mexico.
The Department of Homeland Security said ICE officers detained Chavez for overstaying a tourist visa that expired in February 2024 after he entered the country in August of 2023.
While Chavez Jr. was briefly allowed to re-enter the US in early 2025, officials say repeated inconsistencies in his residency application ultimately led to a decision to begin removal proceedings. On June 27, 2025, he was formally declared removable from the country. Assistant Secretary Tricia McLaughlin issued a strong statement emphasizing the importance of national security. She stated, "This case shows that no one is above the law, no matter how famous they are. Our priority is public safety, and we will continue to take strong action when necessary." As this case continues to unfold, Chavez Jr. now faces serious legal challenges both in the US and in Mexico. We'll keep you updated as more details emerge. Before his legal troubles took center stage, Chavez Jr. was already in the spotlight for a different reason.
Jake, he's doing good, man. He's a good fighter. He's really a good fighter, man.
He's a good guy. He cares.
He needs to continue training.
His much-anticipated return to the ring against social media star turned boxer Jake Paul. The bout, billed as a clash between experience and hype drew massive attention from boxing fans and mainstream media alike. Many saw it as a chance for Chavez Jr. to redeem himself in the ring, while others questioned if he still had the hunger to compete at the elite level.
Julio César Chávez Jr. and the return of the problem child, El Gallo de Dorado, Jake Paul, live on DAZN pay-per-view.
The fight itself was intense, with Chavez Jr. showcasing flashes of his boxing pedigree, but ultimately falling short against Paul, who came in sharper and more disciplined than expected. Jake Paul controlled the pace, landed the cleaner shots, and appeared more focused from start to finish. While the judges gave Paul the unanimous decision, the bigger story was how surprisingly composed he looked against a former world champion, raising questions about Chavez Jr.'s conditioning, focus, and preparation leading into the match.
I'm gonna knock him out. That's what I came here to do. First round, it's gonna be early night. He's gonna get hit with the right hook right away, and I'm going home early. We don't get paid for overtime. This is gonna be a spectacular performance, and there's not a lot of pressure. I'm prepared.
After going the distance with Jake Paul, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. gave a raw and heartfelt reaction that showed just how much the fight meant to him. "First of all, very proud of you, Julio," someone said off camera, and you could see it hit him. Chavez admitted, "I started a little late. I think I won 4 rounds. I don't know, the judges gave it 88, 82, I don't see that." He was especially baffled that one commentator only gave him a single round. But he wasn't making excuses. He won more rounds. "I waited too much, that's it."
Yeah, he was on his way.
I think he started later. His strategy to find out the first 3-4 rounds because it's like tied. So good strategy, but I'm start a little late.
Still, Julio felt the momentum was swinging his way late. "If I had 2 more rounds, I could have stopped him." He pointed out how Jake was uncomfortable when hit to the body and said, "When I hit him with a couple punches, he looked like he didn't want to fight." Despite the outcome, Chavez stood tall. "I'm a strong fighter, a warrior. I just needed more rounds. It's my second fight in 5 years, but I feel good." He acknowledged Jake's strengths, calling him a good guy with a good punch and solid physical presence, but also noted how Jake kept grabbing to slow him down. Still, Julio was grateful for the fans. They were yelling, "Julio! Julio!" They saw the strategy. In fact, the crowd was so fired up, there was even a fight in the stands. "Better than the ring!" he laughed. At 39, Chavez proudly said, "He's 27, I'm 39, and I closed harder than him."
No skills. He win more round. I wait too much. That's it.
But the crowd loved it. The crowd was into it. They were cheering for you, Julio, Julio. You heard this?
Yeah, because you know that the people see the strategy. Everybody see the comeback later, like last round. But I need 2 more punches last 2 rounds.
Looking ahead, Julio made his intentions clear. "I don't like to lose. I want to come back. I'm clean, I'm happy, and I've got a great team." He's now eyeing a showdown with Tommy Fury and even a rematch with Jake Paul. The rematch would be better. After everything, years out of the ring, the pressure, the setbacks, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. showed he still has the heart, the hunger, and maybe even one more war left in him. In hindsight, many are now wondering if Chavez Jr.'s legal distractions were already weighing on him behind the scenes. With visa issues, investigations, and the pressure of trying to hold on to his US residency, it's no surprise his performance may have been impacted. Some fans even speculated whether the fight was part of a final push to remain in the public eye, or an attempt to secure financial stability amid growing uncertainty around his future. Regardless, Jake Paul walked away with another high-profile win, while Chavez Jr. now finds himself facing far bigger battles outside the ring. What once seemed like a promising comeback could now mark the end of his boxing chapter on American soil, at least for the foreseeable future. If you enjoyed this exclusive ringside reaction, smash that like button, share it with your fight fam, and subscribe to Boxing Headquarters for more behind-the-scenes coverage, fighter interviews, and everything combat sports.